So, Studio Wildcard have been working on some major fixes before the launch of Valguero Ascended comes, which is in 21 days. Can you believe how soon it is until this new DLC launches? It's actually scary how fast it's gone from Rag until now. I mean, 2025 is flying by. But anyway, we are going to be going through the brand new update, which looks to have fixed one of the problems, but we are still waiting on another problem, which has been going on for such a long time, and I don't know what has been causing this issue. Now, if you guys do enjoy it, as always, it really supports me if you drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get in with the video. Also, if you do play on the LoadedCrysis cluster, you guys will know I've seen tickets you guys have made with this issue, and hopefully now you shouldn't have it anymore with the patch we're about to go through. So, patch for minor version for servers. So they have fixed an issue that caused your companion to dig in and vanish when exiting companion mode. So you may have noticed this as being an issue. Again, I saw your tickets, and I know my team in the LoadedCrysis cluster were trying to work out what was going on, and it was just a game-breaking bug. But pretty much, people were leaving companion mode, and when they left companion mode, they would actually lose their tame completely. Like, it was that big of an issue. They have said this is fixed now, and you shouldn't have to worry about it. They also fixed an issue causing severe lag with specific milestones related to gaining XP while mounted on a creature. I actually had this very, very badly the other day when I was recording a video, and I'm glad to see that this has been fixed. They also fixed an exploit and fixed a server crash. Now, if you didn't see my patch video 2 days ago, we did a test on the Megalodon spawns, which have now been fixed. But I will be doing a follow-on video, not only for you guys in support of, you know, wanting to get this out so Studio Wildcard see it, but it's because pretty much people are saying that, yes, the Megalodon spawns have been fixed, but now the ocean feels so empty. So we fixed one part of the ocean, and people are saying now it's really hard to farm. So what I'm sort of thinking is, what would be great for Wildcard to do with a certain DLC coming up? I don't, you know, it's not something they could probably just pull out the sky, but add maybe a little bit more friendly, like, I don't know, like, kind of, I feel like if when you do go, like, the fishes are very, like, when you head off into the island, especially, I noticed it did feel like there wasn't much there. And I know I was complaining about the overspawn of Megalodons. I'm not talking about let's have more things like Megalodons there. They need to be more rare. They need to have a TLC, that kind of thing. But what it does need to be done is there needs to be some more of like aquatic life form under there that you can still farm your fish, and you can maybe get a bit of XP from it. But yeah, so this is something we're going to be doing, as I said, in a later on video, because I know my videos do get out there to Wildcard. I've been told many times, and that's why I like making these, right? I want to make the game as the best it possibly can be, and even if it's as small as the ocean is, the Megalodon thing has done well, but we need a little bit more life, and they don't have to add a new creature in. I think that would be cool, but you know, no one's going to get really that excited about fish, but maybe sort of fill the ocean with a bit more of like herds of fish. Is that even the saying, herds of fish? A flock of fish? Flock of fish, right? Flock of fish is what I'm looking for there, and I think that would work out a lot better. But anyway, so live ops updates, transfer/ascension with companion mode in companion mode. Now, when I saw this patch, I know myself and a lot of you guys that have been talking about the new patch were thinking it was a fix for this update. Now, unfortunately, it is still not the fix. So if you're transferring or ascending to another server with an Armadoggo or Valewin in companion mode, be sure to exit companion mode first. Leaving it active may cause issues during the transfer. Engineers are continuing to work on a fix with high priority, and we hope to set it live soon. So unfortunately, it isn't this one. I know when we first saw the word companion, so there was just another issue with the companion mode. And as I said, this has been going on for such a long time now, and I wonder what's causing the issue. Now, I'm sure Wildcard and the engineers are working very hard to ensure this does get fixed before the launch of Valguero Ascended, because an issue like this is, you know, it's been probably in the live ops, as I said, for a few months, and it's something Wildcard especially don't need when the DLC launches. Now, if you saw this in yesterday's video, we were talking about the update, which was Epic Games related for basically server performance. Now, we've been getting a lot of these recently to ensure that server performance gets stronger in the world of Ark Survival Ascended. Now, what was great about this yesterday, it's very unheard of, but Studio Wildcard did mention saying, "Hola, survivors! Servers are coming back online earlier than planned. Before you hop in, don't forget to restart your client and unofficial hosts restart your servers." Now, thank you to my amazing admin over in the LoadedCrysis cluster, Power. I'm sure many of you guys know him. He went in and sorted this out straight away over for the cluster, so we are fully restarted. But if you own an unofficial cluster or just your own server, you are going to want, and you don't have it on a reoccurring restart, then you are going to want to restart your unofficial server before you hop back into the game. Otherwise, there'll probably be an issue. Maybe you might be in a restart loop and you'll just be behind the game and it might not function properly. And what is great about Studio Wildcard doing more of these, I've noticed that Epic Games was actually worked on. I made a video on it already a few weeks back, but Epic Games actually worked on a like kind of to improve the infrastructure around Ark Survival Ascended. I don't know what it means. They've never gone into detail about what these infrastructure improvements are for the game. But if you have noticed any improvements to your server recently, it may have come towards what Epic Games and Studio Wildcard are working on. We want to see more and more of this. We want to keep the game growing and flourishing. I know it didn't flourish in the early days, but I still believe that towards the end of this year, we'll definitely see the game kind of get into a little bit of a better place. Because what tends to happen, unfortunately, with Ark is we tend to have a DLC launch. They haven't always been the best, but we had the best ever DLC launch recently with Ragnarok, the first one built in 5.5. And then there's obviously a fairly big break between one DLC to the other, and these little issues creep in on top of issues that people might have already, and then it kind of goes a bit quiet. It's the quiet periods, I call them, you know, the periods that people get a little bit of sick of Ark and play other games. Now, I said this in my other video, I actually feel like the Ark community is always so strong. Not, people aren't always playing the game, but they always love getting involved in the community stuff and seeing what's going on. And that is always what's kept this game so strong, even through the darkest of times. And I think it's very healthy that people take breaks and play other games. I mean, I get so many people over the years saying, "Dom, do you actually play Ark? I don't ever see you do the gameplay." I know we've been doing gameplay more often, but the truth is, I play a lot of Ark, but I'm more of an admin these days, guys. Like, I'm literally full-on admin with my other admins in the world of the LoadedCrysis cluster. And to be honest, the times that I get to play the game are when I'm doing reviews on certain creatures. And yes, I am the news guy, so I do mostly news videos. And I know so many of you guys have asked me over the years, "Dom, would you get into PvP content and PvE stuff?" And I even saw a comment saying, "I don't understand how this guy would even have the time to play the game." And I do get that feeling sometimes. I really do. And I feel sad that I can't grind the game as I used to. But that doesn't mean that it's completely the case. Like, I get quiet moments when the LoadedCrysis cluster is having a nice break where, like, when I say break, where there's minimal issues and there's points where, it's kind of running itself. I mean, we still always got the ticket system running and stuff like that. I then get more time to hop into the game more. And that's what I've chosen to do. The reason I've chosen to do that is because I want a home, a platform, a place that everyone can come, feel accepted and feel safe and happy in the world of Ark, and with a great bunch of servers where we give that to you guys. And that's something I've dreamt of doing for years, and I never did it on Evolved, and that's why I was so happy to make that change. And I would rather sacrifice more of my game playing time to ensure that you guys have a great experience, because I believe that ASA can be a really fun game when you've got the right community, and I love it. It's been the best decision I've ever made. I still get to do my modded videos, and when new DLCs come out, I'm going to be trying to do a little bit of a series. Yes, it's very hard for me to do it all the time just because of the way we're structured over here, but we'll still do it and we'll still have some fun, so don't you worry. We're going to be streaming more as well, as I've mentioned. It's been a little bit of a delay on that, but our extra live stream will be coming up very soon as well. Lots of and then our 1 year We'll talk about this in the next part. So the Loaded Crisis Cluster's 1 year anniversary is coming up next month, and it's in I'd say it's been a month and a less than a week, so like a month and half a week until the official 1 year anniversary of the Loaded Crisis Cluster, and that will be the launch of our first stream. And what we're pretty much going to be doing is we're going to be jumping onto a certain server over on the Loaded Crisis Cluster, and we are going to be dropping surprises as admins across the map with cool quality loot, and just celebrate with you guys. And I think we could get a really fun stream on the go. No matter how popular it is, I just thought it would be a really good way to, to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of the cluster, and just to see how far we've come. We truly have come so far. Many highs and lows, but overall the highs have always, and the positives have been ahead of the negatives, and it's just been the best thing I've ever done. So I can't wait to celebrate with you guys. I want to see all of you there. We don't have an official date yet, but it will be put in the Discord. It's the 9th of September today, and I think the official date is the 19th of October. It might be the 18th, so it's going to be around about this sort of week, the week of Saturday the 11th through to the 18th. That is going to be the week we're going to be doing the celebration. So I want to see you guys there. My admin team are all going to be there, and we're going to be having a bit of a throwback and a celebration of the last year we've had it in the cluster. And also, even though I've only got water next to me here, here's to many, many, many more amazing memories in the cluster. We have a massive plan to, basically to have it while ARK's still a thing. We're gonna be a thing, and that's what we want to do. And thank you guys for the support there. Anyway, it's time to say goodbye. I'm gonna have a sip of my water. See you guys in the next one.